How's it going, y'all? I'm here at my home studio. Lucky to have this here, especially right now in this time when everybody else is locked up. What's up? How's it going, the North Hooligan? I'm slurring. Wow, these are coming up fast. What's up, Kenny? Rob, what's up, my guy? What? Shaney, how's it going? Alright. Well, I'm here at the home studio. This is where Noise practices. This is where we record all of our songs. If you guys got any questions about any music or anything like that, I've got the mixer here. I've got the computer right over there. Actually, speaking of that, shout out to Pirates Press. We got a new song coming out called Lost, new single. Actually got a little bit of a setup here in the studio so we can go over that a little bit. What's up, Rob? Alright. I can play a little bit of that new record, sure. How about if we do a mix on that new record? We did not sign to Skater Die Records, no. What's up, Tyler? So, there's the bass. Fuck that guy. Show the board. Here it is. "253 Skull, what's up?" Tijuana, Mexico. Would love to come to Tijuana, Mexico and play some shows there. Yeah, I'm a bit of a gearhead in the band, for sure. Hey, what's up? We're kind of EP or full length for the next release. Right now we're kind of just putting out singles at the moment. Eventually we're gonna be compiling those into, like, you know, a singles collection of sorts. It'll be just, you know, all of the singles that we'll be coming out with, we're going to be putting them on one record all together. Hey, there's the man. Here's me showing off on the guitar. Pirates Press. What's up, Pirates Press? This goes out to Pirates Press. They are releasing this song and also put together this awesome thing that we're doing here together. The Rock the Sofa thing, man. whole thing is great, man. Thanks for putting this together for us. So yep, this is the song. I don't know how well you can hear it, but Andy in Dublin, what's up, man? Why did we not choose the what? Adidas Samba? Well, we all love those, you know. I'm wearing some other Adidas. These are just some black shell toes. Thank you, Champion Stuff 78. Hey, what's up, Andy? Thanks, man. The rabbit. Oh, yeah, the rabbit moved out, actually. The next door neighbors, funny story, the neighbors have a rabbit, too. And their rabbit is a lot bigger than my rabbit was. And that rabbit came and got me out of their yard, and it came over to my house and got into my yard and beat the crap out of my rabbit. It ended up being like $1,000 in vet bills. After that, the rabbit kept coming back, so we had to just rehome the rabbit. So the rabbit lives somewhere else that's a lot more safe from, lives in a place where there aren't any neighbor bunnies that are going to come and beast on them. Are we burning everything our fathers made? I don't know how to answer that. Tell them how we record. Well, basically, we do it here in this room. That's Kenny's drum set right there. That's his brand new bass drum. He's only had a chance to play it like twice. That kind of sucks. And then, we just kind of set the amps up here in this room. There's mine. There's Nate's. Matt's is off in this back room right now. But yeah, we just stand in this room and pretty much play the songs. Right now, there's mics all set up on Ken's drum set. For when he does come over next, it's all just set up and ready to go already. And then, but yeah, we'll pretty much just we practice the song a few times and then we record it right away. And then, get it mixed up and ready to go after we do our vocal overdubs and backups and all of that stuff. So that's how Noise records. Here's some of the gear that we're running stuff through. Bunch of gearhead stuff, compressors, EQs, reverbs, goofy stuff. But, yeah. So this was recorded before Matt went to school. Yes, it was. It was recorded right before Matt went to school, actually, pretty much. We kind of crammed as much as we could before he left. Guys should try to do a live on split screen with Kenny, Jesse, Nate. Yeah, man. I'm down. Let's see. Reinstated. What's up, my guys? Can't wait for Gonzo to bring you guys. Oh, yeah, man. Can't wait to go back to Pomona. Pomona is, goddamn, my favorite place in the world to play a show. For sure. How much time you need for master a song after so much full-length albums? Still a long time or just professional play? It takes... Alright, I'll flip the screen here. It takes some time to mix and master a song for sure. I could easily spend like 8 hours just mixing it. But the mastering part, by the time I kind of try to do most of the mastering stuff in the raw mix. It gets like, you know, as far as the volume and all that goes. But the mastering is just, for me, just a quick final EQ maybe, and a final limiter. But yeah. So maybe I'll pull up a different song. We've been listening to this one for a bit. Try to figure out. Here's the other one that is going to be kind of coming next. Favorite song to play live? Man, that's got to be Living for Today. That song, yeah. You guys, all of the fans make that song like the best song to play. Like, you guys go crazy when we play that song and the sing-along, and it makes it a group effort, man. And that's what it's all about. So that is my far most favorite song to play. And my favorite place to play it is in Pomona at Characters, for sure. Great choice. Do you record vocals first? No, the vocals are always the last thing we record. Pretty much we try to record the drums first, if anything. Try to get that like, as long as Kenny's solid on his drums, then we move on to making sure that the bass track was solid on it, and then I go through and do all the guitars and the leads, and then after that is when we start recording the vocal tracks. Cheers, by the way. Ambulance Circus fucked for. Oh man, yeah, France. It was we were at a gas station in France and saw some people there in an ambulance. They pop it out of the ambulance, all smoking cigarettes, while they were loading the guy into the ambulance that had he was eating a baguette. Made it actually extra funny. I'm not telling that story very well. All right. Are you guys pretty self-contained when recording? Yeah, I mean, I'm always there for all of it, of course. But I mean, we're always all together for the most part when we're doing, like I said, we start with recording the drum tracks, and we're all together for that, you know. we all make sure that we're all happy with that, because that's the initial backbone, the spine of the song. So after that, I spend time alone doing like my guitar tracks a little bit here and there, like my leads and stuff like that. But reason why the sound has changed a little since the last album, the vocals not so focused in the middle, in my opinion. I don't know. Not really any particular reason why it's different. It's just kind of how I ended up mixing it. The last album went off to get mastered at Monster Lab Studios. That place, man, that guy did a great job in my opinion. You should have heard it before you did that. It was didn't quite have the balls that it had after the mastering was done. No, we don't have any extra producers at all. Like I said, the last album that we did was mastered by somebody else, but other than that, everything has been recorded here at the studio at my house here. And then it's all mixed here and mastered here as well. A new band that I've been listening to, man, lately, well, I'll just say a lot of you people out there might remember a band called The Ricketts from back in the day. You might know Larry. He's got a band that he's playing in now called Howling Gods, and I've been actually working with them here in the studio. So that's the newest thing that I've been listening to. So new that it's not done yet. Favorite band to play with in California? I had a lot of fun playing with Agnostic Front in California, man. Had a great time hanging out with Vinny Stigma. There's a lot of good times hanging out with that guy as always. So check out Berlin Black. Yes, I did check out Berlin Blackouts, and man, that shit is fucking awesome. I like it a lot. Thank you for turning me on to that. How was recording the sound with drums? Oh man, I loved recording that band. They are great. They recorded live. They didn't have to overdub really or punch in really anything at all. Like they overdubbed the guitar leads and they overdubbed the vocals, but other than that, everything was pretty much played in one take, and they didn't really mess up at all. Those are some solid players, man. Great band. Noise and Drowns tour. Yeah, I'm down. Whenever. Noise. Oh yeah, the doo-wop time with Vinny was that was one of the greatest moments I've ever experienced. Probably a little different for sure. All right, so Rob, settle the fuck down. On a road trip in LA. All right, what's up? Have fun. Oh, hey, what's up, Reed? It's my brother. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Enjoy the road trip. Hope you guys are healthy. I've been kind of staying healthy. I've been actually working this whole time, actually, luckily. My job is considered essential. I'm a delivery driver for Delano's Coffee Roasters. That's been pretty great. Drive-through espresso stands are all over the place around here in the state of Washington, and those kind of count as drive-through food. So those places have been staying open, so therefore I've been able to deliver coffee to those places. So that's been keeping me busy through this whole time. It's been interesting. It's a little sketchy. I'm exposed to a lot of people. They're going to the drive-through coffee stands, and I'm in those tight little spots delivering coffee to them and stuff like that. So it's a little crazy. I'm like, wearing a mask and wearing rubber gloves underneath my work gloves and keeping myself safe as I can, and others as well. But stoked to be able to still work. Let's see what else. What other kind of music can I pull up here? A band I'd love to produce. Man, let's say, I would love to record Cockspar sometime. That would be awesome. I bet they would actually. I wonder if they. I bet they would kind of like it here in this weird studio that's here in my spot. UK Subs recorded here once, and they enjoyed it. That was pretty fun. So yeah, that would be one of the bucket list bands, I would say. But I'm down to produce pretty much anybody for the most part that's playing the same kind of, you know, street punk and stuff like that, hardcore, punk rock, whatever, you know. Some of the bands growing up that influenced me to play oi and street punk. Let's see, Warzone and Sick of It All definitely got me into hardcore. That was like my first introduction to it all. After that, The Business and Blitz was kind of became like some of my favorite bands of all time. Of course, like I mentioned, Cockspar as well. I really liked Combat 84 a lot when I was a little kid. Man, I found that stuff when I was about, 14, 15 years old, man. And actually, Operation Ivy, that was one of the first bands that I ever heard. That was what really got me into it. I even got my kids into punk rock with that band, actually. Seemed like a pretty easy one. I figured if I played it for them when they were little kids, they would, want to run around in circles. And it worked. But they don't really care for this music anymore. I think it sounds stupid. They'd rather listen to trap, which, that stuff's cool too. But, anyway. Let's see. Back to finding some more music to listen to. Checking the archives. Let's see. How about Idle Action, man? I'll pull some Idle Action up on here. We can look at that. All right. Oh wow, it's not playing. Okay. Trap? No, trap. Like hip hop. Damn you guys. Jeez. Hard Drops? Never heard of them, but I will look that up. Skater. Cheers! Cheers to Bremen. Hey, Lilydale, what's up, kid? That's my daughter, Lilydale. How you doing, kiddo? James Trigg, what's up, my homie? Push the wave button on you. Wave. Having lunch? Best vocalist in Noise? Who's the best vocalist in Noise? Who's the best vocalist in Noise? I am. Yeah, Kenny is. It's Kenny. Is it bad and loud in Canada? That is a question for Nate. Ever wanted to hear Kenny just play drums by himself? Two bands from Ireland, Takers and Users. I haven't heard them yet, but United Bottles, man. Yeah, I've checked them out a little bit. That band is really good. I liked it a lot. It would be cool to see some more from them. Oh yeah, that's right. That's not you on drums on this one. Yeah, that was Miko. That was before. Actually, I'm not even playing guitar on this. Now I think of it. This was Justin playing guitar on this. Oh, that is a great question, Nate. So yeah, I have evolved as a guitarist. Pretty much before I started playing in this band, I didn't really play guitar solos at all whatsoever. Matt his songwriting style was always like, here's the new song I'm working on, and this is where the guitar solo is going to be. So I've kind of just been forced to learn how to do it, and at first it was really, really terrifying to play a guitar solo. I mean, it's like really on the spot kind of a thing. There's a lot of notes and a lot of potential, like make mistakes, and it's, you know, at first it was a lot harder for me to like find notes that were actually in key with the rest of the songs. And pretty much I just kind of sat in here and learned how to do it as we're recording the songs, basically. Like once the song is, we've tracked everything out with Ken, and the bass track is done and the guitar tracks are done, I'll sit down here and just hash at it. Like I'll you know, I got my guitar amp mic'd up in the other room over here behind me, and then I'll you know, sit here in front of this mix desk and just put it in loop mode and just kind of play leads until I find something that I'm like, yeah, that's it, that's the one. And through doing that, I've just gotten a lot better at playing it. And yeah, that was a good question, Nate. Midwest show. That would be fun. Live and Loud. What's up to those Live and Loud guys? So I'm gonna find me another song to play for you guys. Clicking away here, looking to see what I got here. How I ended up in noise? Alright, well, I'll tell that story. So, I was, back in the day, I wasn't, when Nate and Matt met, and they were kind of starting the band, and they were looking to get a hold of me to play in the band, but I didn't really know any of those dudes at all yet. So I just kind of, at the moment, I wasn't really playing any bands, and I had a lot of people. I was here just recording other bands and stuff, and kind of focusing more on that at the time. And then, the word got around. I kept hearing people telling me these guys that work at this tattoo shop at Tsunami Tattoo, and they wanted to get a hold of you to start a band, and I just kind of brushed it off, because I had a lot of people at the time ask me to start band, like playing guitar for them and stuff, and usually in Tacoma, in this town at that time, everybody was just playing in like some bad metal bands for the most part, was dominating everything. There wasn't really any punk bands in town yet, so I just kind of figured there was probably some other metal band wanted me to play with them, and I didn't really want to do it. And then so eventually the band, they found Justin, and Justin started playing guitar with them, and I was like, oh, okay, so maybe that band was cool, whatever. And then I saw him play, and man, I kicked myself in the ass. I was blown away when I saw him play. It was at a small little club here in Tacoma. It was at All Ages Spot. Now it's called Real Art Tacoma. It was called the Viaduct at the time. And yeah, I was completely like floored by it, and I was like, man, I wish I would have taken that up. But yeah, then Justin, the guitar player, ended up having to move away for Army stuff, and then that was unfortunately so. But I lucked out, and I got my second chance to go ahead and play in the band finally, which I'm really stoked about. I'm really, really happy that it worked out. I wish I would have figured out how to get a hold of those dudes in the first place back in the day. But who has to redo the tracks the most in recording? Well, Andy, I do. Yeah, I'm having to play those guitar solos and stuff like that is really I'm learning how to do it as I go. So a lot of the time it's a lot of like start and stop, and it takes hours and very blistering on the fingertips. But yeah, I definitely take the longest to do it. Matt's the fastest. He pretty much plays everything once and he's done. For the most part, vocals, maybe he's got to get his voice warmed up a little bit before he can do his vocals. But once he does, like, just does everything in like one take, it's almost not fair. But yeah. All right, so got distracted. I'm gonna try to find some more music to listen to again. When is the whole virus shit goes away, we need noise in Texas. Fuck yeah. My favorite noise song and why. Alright, well, my favorite song is Kids Living for Today. And the reason why that song is my favorite song is just simply the sing-along. Like, it just works great. Everybody enjoys singing along to that song. And that's what makes it my favorite song to play. It's just the crowd interaction, and it pretty much goes off everywhere we play. Everybody loves singing along to that damn song, and shit, I do too. It's just such an anthem. Let's see, another one I like to play a lot. On the Outside is a song I like to play a lot. That was one of the first songs that I heard by Noise that really got me into the band, so it's a lot of fun to have been asked to play or consider playing at Blackpool Rebellion. I would love to play at Rebellion. That's kind of, I would say, one of my bucket list things. So if the invite happens and it's at the time that everybody can do it, which is not a easy, but Yeah, would love to do it. Is the transition from studio to live hard with those solos? Yeah, that is difficult to do because I'm kind of playing stuff on the fly in here, and then so basically I have to learn how to play it after that, and then, but I do keep in mind that I have to, I do have to play it live at some point, so I keep that in mind and make sure I'm not doing any kind of crazy stuff that I won't be able to pull off. But transition, memorable moment while on tour. Guilty pleasure band. Guilty pleasure band. Steely Dan. Uh, Favorite memory on tour. Let's see. Man, there's so many of those. Oh, yeah. So I sliced my hand open at work one time. I was we were playing a show with Swinging Utters, and then it was on. I was at work and I was in my delivery truck delivering coffee to a Tolly's coffee restaurant. It was like you might remember those. Those are not around anymore. It went out of business, but I was cutting a shrink wrap off of a pallet and I sliced my finger open really, really bad. Like I probably should have went and got stitches, but I was like just thinking we got a show with Swinging Utters like tomorrow. So if I get stitches, I will not be able to play that show. I might be able to pull this off if I just put a Band-Aid on it, and I'll worry about whether I need stitches or not later. But I got to play this show. So I put a Band-Aid on it, and it, for the most part, it hurt like hell. It was really not comfortable. It was right there on that finger that I'm wiggling. You can kind of maybe see the scar even. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, so I put this Band-Aid on it, and I go and I'm playing this set, and then at some point the Band-Aid fell off. I actually picked this thing up off of the floor of the stage, and I put it back onto my finger because it was the only thing protecting the cut from the strings on my guitar. And then it fell off a couple more times. I kept picking it up and putting it back on, and then eventually it got stuck onto the bottom of my boot. So I was just like, I'm going to have to just keep going without it. And I played kind of sloppy, but yeah, I still pulled it off, and I still got to play that show with Swinging Utters, and still got to share the stage with those guys. And that was, that was a pretty funny, memorable moment. I definitely had to soak my finger in alcohol after that. A lot of peroxide went into it, and I didn't wind up going to get stitches. Man, another time I stepped on a rusty nail in the backyard. It was taking out the garbage, and then I think the next day, it was like at 9 o'clock at night, and I was pretty much getting ready to go to bed. And then the very next day, we were flying out to Texas to play a show in Houston. So I hadn't had, my wife and I were kind of deciding, when was the last time I had a tetanus shot? I don't know, man. It might have been about 7 years or something. Shit. So I had to go to the damn ER. That sucked. It was like a really, really late night. And then, if I remember right, yeah, it was the next day that I had to, because, I had to go get that tetanus shot to make sure I didn't, die on the flight to play a show. But that one sucked. That was a hell of a show. Down there in Houston, yeah. That was a hell of a show. Had a blast. Alright. Keep getting distracted answering these questions. Let's see if I can find some music to listen to. A lot of it is on this goddamn hard drive over here. I need to plug in. See, I got mostly just like new stuff on here that's not all the way released yet, but I can't be playing that stuff quite yet. Rev, what's up, my guy? Waiting for the blue bar to move across the screen. Spent a lot of time in the studio doing that. Alright, what we got here? Chicago, man, yeah. Would love to get out there again. I would love to go pretty much anywhere to play a show with this band, but good God, it's difficult to get together, man. The kids, the work, the families, that stuff kind of takes priority for all of us. So, a song that I would like Noise to cover. Let's see. Matt and I have talked before about covering some Tom Petty, American Girl. I would like to actually do that. That would be pretty ridiculous. But let's see, another good song to cover. Let's see. I don't know. We've already done Cockspar cover. That's probably pretty rad. Something by The Business would be fun. Pretty much anything by them. Do it. Suburban Rebels. Lilydale agrees with Tom Petty idea. Yeah, oh yeah, we did do that Rancid cover for that. Yeah, that comp was awesome, man. Smash the Discos, yep. Business or Warzone? Man, I saw Business and Warzone play a show one time. I'd already seen Business play before, so I was a little more stoked to see Warzone play. Plus, I got to meet Rabies out front. He was really cool. That was really awesome to meet that guy. But both of those bands were awesome to see live. One of my favorite memories of live shows. That was one of my favorite ones that I've ever seen. My cousin Tori drove me out to that. Right when I first moved here from, I was living down in Vancouver, Washington back in the day, and just moved up to the Seattle area from there. And that was one of the first shows that I went to with him, and one of the most memorable as well. Noise cover album. Noise whistles the hits. Found some old 7-inch songs on here. Let's see. Whoops. I just dropped my phone. Alright, let's see here. Trying to get some music playing here through my board. Cover Steely Dan? I don't really, I don't think that would be possible to do, man. Mix up the stadium. Yeah, I mix. Yeah, the Stadium Wave was also recorded here and mixed here as well. Acoustic stuff is a little bit different to do. Kind of got this little small. You can see that little closet thing over there. That's kind of a little vocal booth where we set you up in there with an acoustic guitar. It's a real small room, real tight room, so it works well with quieter instruments. Just set it up in there with a real sensitive, loud microphone, and Works out well over there. Noise song I didn't record that you find weird to play. Yeah. Let's see. Actually, at first, Living for Today was kind of a weird rhythm at first for me to find the hang of. As soon as I finally got the hang of it, though, like, it got easier for sure. But that one was, like, hard for me to wrap my hand around. It was kind of a weird off rhythm off of the drums and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that song was recorded here still. I just wasn't in the band yet. So, luckily I was able to, like, you know, listen to just the guitar track by itself and kind of figure out how it went and pick up on it. But, yeah, that guitar riff during the verses, that was kind of weird to play at first, for sure. Let's see, found what do we got here? I'm not even sure what songs are on this. All right. All right. Do I listen to other language music or is it crap in your ears? I like that you asked that question. Actually, I do listen to a lot of Spanish music. Actually, I I like listening to the cumbias, especially. It's like kind of got a ska vibe to it, or a reggae vibe to it, in my opinion. It's kind of got like a back rhythm, and it's got like kind of like a really deep bass line, and then, you know, like, other languages are interesting to me, and, like, you know, it's fun to learn them a little bit. It's, you know, especially like being in a band where you get to travel and stuff like that. You come across people that speak other languages, and it's fun to talk to these people. You know, they're listening to your music. You know, I mean, if other people are going to listen to our music, and, you know, we should listen to theirs as well. I mean, why not, right? So yeah. I totally listen to music that has other languages. There's some of the German punk bands and stuff like that I like to listen to a lot, actually. You know, yeah. Not crap to my ears at all. I don't always know all the lyrics, but... Yep, there's my kid. Showing, yep, definitely... I also have spoke to her in Spanish when she was a kid. When she was really little, she hated it. She hated it all the way. But, you know. Oh yeah, that Andy, yeah, that band is awesome too. I like that one a lot. English music with shitty lyrics. Yep. Mostly English music has shitty lyrics, actually, it turns out, you know. See, let me get this going here. I like the way this track came out a lot. This one's pretty dark sounding.
Distraught by the light that you see outside, from the window of a room lit up by a neon sign. This is the future's bright, but the lights burn out. Keep counting on rising over cast with doubt, and you can't hear your voice no matter how loud you shout.
Oh, let's see. We recorded with Albar for real, Envy, or was it? Oh, yeah. He didn't actually come over here to the house to record. That was he emailed that track to us. He recorded it over at his own spot, but let's see. Since this song with Al already, maybe do Cover the Bruisers. A band that I saw that I was disappointed. All right, Andy. There's this band called The Accused. It's a local Seattle band here that I like. You know, one of those things I listened to when I was 12, 13. Obviously, way too young to see him play a real live show. They broke up forever and ever and did like this reunion thing, and it was a bummer. It just wasn't as cool as I thought it would be. But I still love that band. You know, it was one of my first bands I ever listened to. But yeah, it was just kind of odd. Their singer was wearing a Santa suit for some reason. It wasn't Christmas time at all, I don't think, either. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, they were, The Accused was a band in the 80s here in Seattle. If you're curious, Andy, you can check it out. Anyway, Toxic Toast, yo, cheers, what's up, buddy? All right. Close that out. See what else I got on here. Only got about 5 minutes left with you guys before it's Kenny's turn to come on. Make sure you tune in to Ken. He's going to be coming up next. The Instagram handle is Marty Likes to Party. It's named after his cat, and his cat likes to party. So, Nate might have told you about some of our side project stuff. We'll close out with some of that. We did this with my brother-in-law, Dave. We actually recorded it a couple of years ago. We just kind of had time to, because it was just like during the day between like our time, like, you know, between getting off of work and picking up kids from school. We only got together maybe 5 times. And somehow, like, this guy, my brother-in-law Dave, man, he's a killer drummer. And but yeah, we were coming up with some pretty hard stuff. Let's see, it doesn't seem to be playing though. Let's see, got the wrong one open. All right. Have fun.